This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Y'all already know I'm pumped for week 2 of the season. There's still nothing like September football when you still have so much hope in your team. Kansas City went all the way to Brazil. Tough L for them. But we got Travis Kelce touchdown at least. And guess what? Right now, there's a max discount offer where projection lines are at the minimum. Prize Picks is simple and easy to use. All you need to do is pick more on Travis Kelce 0.5 receiving yards. More. Prize Picks are simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 players, stat projections. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. Prize Picks is also the best way to get in on the action on sports in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. Download the app today. Use code Shannon to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code Shannon to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. Y'all know who I am. I'm your favorite Unc. There's my partner with the cigar, with the stogie guy going. He's Liberty City's own. He's Bengals Ring of Fame honoree. He's Madden's ratings adjuster. And he's a former All-Pro and a Pro Bowl player. He's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit the like button. And do us a favor, go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. We'd like to thank each and every one of you personally for your continued support. Because of you, Nightcap has become what we've become. So thank you very much. Please make sure you go check out my cognac, Shea by Laportier. If you can't find it in a city or state near you, order it online. It is the best tasting premium VSOP cognac on the market. If you've tried it, you know what I'm saying is to be true. If you haven't, I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Head over to laportier.com to grab the custom bottle of my brother that we had to commemorate him going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He and I became the first brothers ever inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And so to celebrate this achievement, as you can see on your screen, this is what we decided to do. I'm very proud of my brother. As a matter of fact, he gets his ring tomorrow at halftime of the Packers-Commanders game. So hopefully I'm going to try to have him on. But he got an early flight in the morning. You know, my brother get real moody late at night. So I'm going to try to coax him. I'm going to try to get him to coax him on so he can show you guys that ring. So in order to get this, just head over. It's a limited supply to laportiercognac.com to grab yours while supplies last. Please follow my media company on all of its platforms, Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84, with 84 being spelled out. That link is pinned in the chat. We've got a new show. We just launched this 2 weeks ago under the Shay Media umbrella. It's called Debo and Joe, James Harrison and Joe Hayden. Please go subscribe to their YouTube page, Debo and Joe, every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Ocho.
Yo.
Jeudy gave the Baltimore Ravens some bulletin board material ahead of the Sunday game.
Let's go.
Between two rivals. Jeudy was asked by reporters, what challenges do the Ravens secondary present? Jeudy responded, no challenges.
Absolutely none. That's what you're supposed to say. What you expected him to say? Hey, Unc, I got a question for you. And everybody,
yes.
I know it's early. We just started the show. Do me a favor. Do a background check. Where in Jerry Jeudy from, Unc?
He's from the bottom.
Listen, all the challenges we had, it started when we was kids. We was in junior high. Our circumstances, our upbringing. We done made it to the NFL now. Ain't no challenges. We go out there and do what we always do. We play ball. We play football. And based on what we saw from the back end of what the Ravens have to offer, it ain't no challenges.
Thank you. You took the words right out of my mouth, Ocho. They did give up 394 passing yards. They gave up damn near 250 in the fourth quarter alone. So what challenges do he see?
Talk to me nice. Come on now.
Hey, this oxtail, this neck bone, this collard greens, mac and cheese, cornbread, sweet tea. That's what he's looking at that secondary.
Hold on. Matter of fact, don't forget the dessert.
Oh yeah, what you want?
Dessert.
Banana pudding, sweet potato pie?
Man, ain't nothing. I'm gonna tell you, and listen. I know the game of football. I'm not a genius. I can't predict the future, but I know one thing that the Cleveland Browns do very well is they stop the run very well. They have a phenomenal front four. So I don't see Derrick Henry, being able to do some of the things that he's done on most teams because the personnel, the Cleveland Browns are built to stop the run. Jerry Jeudy gonna have a day, huh?
He should.
Jerry
The Ravens allowed 244 yards passing last season. That was second worst in the NFL.
Come on now.
Well, they're dead last right now this season. So they kind of picked up where they left off.
Yes, sir.
Now, I heard Kyle Hamilton say, we talked about this. I heard Marlon Humphrey said, our mentality is not where it needs to be. So Jerry Jeudy's looking like, what challenges? Did y'all see this Sunday night? Josh, first of all, the quarterback had all day to throw. Second of all, he gave up they averaged 244 a game. They gave up 250 in the fourth quarter alone.
Nasty work.
So I don't know why. Look, we think the Baltimore Ravens is only one game,
right,
but their pass defense leaves a lot to be desired. This notion that you cannot throw the ball on them is just not true.
No.
Y'all might be talking about the Ravens offense. Now, if that was if you'd have asked Myles Garrett or you'd have asked Denzel Ward, what problems do that offense pose, they might have a different response.
Right.
Because you got to deal with Lamar Jackson, you got to deal with Derrick Henry, and you got Zay Flowers. Okay, that's a whole different issue. But defensively, the Baltimore, that's not the 2000 Ravens. That's not Rod Wilson. That's not Ray Lewis. That's not Saragusa, rest his soul. That's not Big Sam, Rob Burnett, Peter Bowyer. That's not Mike McQuarrie. That's not them.
Matter of fact, they haven't been there for a while. Their identity is not even on the defensive side of the ball anymore. Now they have some good players. They have players that make really good plays at times, but the identity for the Baltimore Ravens is now shifted to the offense.
Correct.
That running back, that quarterback, that special quarterback that they do have.
Yes.
And Jerry Jeudy said exactly what he's supposed to say. What you want him to say? Oh, yes, they pose a challenge. No, absolutely not. He's not a quarterback. Jerry Jeudy is not a quarterback. He's not going to say all the right things. He's not going to be politically correct when you ask him a specific question about a position on his opponent the next upcoming Sunday. That's not what he does. Come on now.
I would like to say, but y'all want me to lie and send my soul to hell? For something as trivial as that, I will go to hell because I lied and say, oh, yeah, they pose a problem. They can get after your quarterback. Man, Josh Allen, he done called his wife on the phone and say, hey, babe, I'm going to be running a little late, so go ahead and give me some of that General Joe's chicken, some of that Moo Gal Pan, and that shrimp fried rice. Get that for me. I'll be home. Babe, I thought you was at the game. Oh, yeah, babe, I'm just back here chilling. They ain't even close to me yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on now. Look, we think the Ravens, Ocho, when it's all said and done, they're going to be one of the teams in the AFC. Yeah. We believe they'll be one of the teams that makes the playoffs. Absolutely. But you ask him a question after he just watched the team come back with almost 4 minutes left, down by 15. They didn't come back down by 15 with under 4 minutes to go, running the football.
Yeah.
The team threw it.
Yeah.
So
hold on. How many points they scored in 4 minutes?
They scored 6. They was down 15. So they scored 22 points in the second quarter, in the fourth quarter alone.
Yeah. And hold on.
They scored 28 in the second half.
Hold on. Did they do that by running the ball or throwing the ball?
They do it by throwing it.
Okay.
So to make sure we get this right, how many yards did Josh Allen throw for in the fourth quarter? He threw for more than 200. Now, they gave up 244 per game, which was second worst in the NFL.
Yeah.
That's what we know. That is not conjecture. That's not innuendo. That's not speculation. That is factual information.
And then people will argue, well, they were playing the Bills. They're not playing the Bills this week.
They gave up an average of 244.1 last year. Every game they played wasn't the Bills.
Exactly. There we go. Case closed. I wish I had a gavel real quick though.
and if that was the case, Kyle Hamilton wouldn't have said, we talked about this all offseason. We talked about that coming into the season. What are you talking about? Being able to get off the field, being able to stop the pass.
Right.
That's what you talked about. Marlon Humphrey talked about the mentality. So
I see people in the chat talk about some. I know you ain't talking about the Raven defense when the Bengals defense. Sorry.
251. We'll address that at an appropriate time. Right now, we deal with you. See, I don't go. Hey, Ocho, I don't go to a convention and talk about what about diabetes. When I go to that diabetes convention, I'll talk about diabetes. Right now, yes.
Yeah.
We at the American Cancer Society. So I'm going to deal with the cancers. I'm going to deal with prostate and bladder and all those other types of cancer. Come on, chat. Y'all know how we do. We're fair with this. Even though a lot of times you don't like what Ocho and I might have to say, we try to be as fair as possible. Y'all know the Ravens defense isn't very good. You know it.
But again, I'm giving every team grace. I'm giving every team grace because it's week 1. As the season goes on, as the season progresses, teams gel a little bit. The chemistry in which they play,
yes,
unity, the cohesiveness of defenses, they will get better, as well as offenses. So I listen. I'm basing everything, Unc, what you're saying, Jerry Jeudy, in his comments saying that he has no challenge is based on what he saw last week.
That's it.
The proof is in the pudding, also based on what the Ravens gave up defensively last year. That's
correct.
There.
Correct. That is correct. That is correct. So with that being said, I don't think, look, I get it. Everybody say, you be politically correct. You don't give anybody any extra motivation. So let me get this straight. If I don't say anything, they're going to forfeit the game and give us the win? No. So whether I say a little or a lot, we still got a damn play.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely.
So Jerry Jeudy, now he just goes out there, does what he does, and but they need to generate more pressure than what they generated on Josh Allen. Now it's different, maybe because you're scared because if you run past Josh Allen, he gonna jump out the window. He gone
at the back door. Yeah,
you're not worried about that with Joe Flacco. So there's a good chance they'll probably bring more pressure on Flacco than they would with Josh Allen because you don't want to run the risk of Josh Allen, putting on his high stepping shoes and getting up out of there on you.
Yes, sir.
So I think that's more, they pose two different types of situations. It's the same way with Lamar. I want to put pressure on Lamar because I don't want him to have time, but I already know if I run past him, he gone.
Yeah.
And the last thing I want to have do is 4 or 5 guys running downfield with their back to Lamar Jackson, and he got the ball tucked, and he's already past the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how this thing plays out. Look, there's no love lost. The Ravens are the old Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
And now we got the new Cleveland Browns, and there's no love lost between these two organizations. Obviously, Mr. Modell, when he left, he took the Ravens. He took the Browns. They became the Baltimore Ravens, and this is where we are right now. We got a very, very special guest joining us. Here he is, Pro Bowler, All-Pro, Super Bowl champion, a many, many year vet with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here he is, Lavonte David. Lavonte, how you doing, bro?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing, man?
What they do, twin?
What's good,
man? If I had your hands, I'd cut mine off, man. That's about it.
Lavonte, that was a very tough game you guys have. You go down there, you take the lead, and now all of a sudden you get Atlanta coming back the other way. You're like, damn, we cannot give up a touchdown. We can't give up a touchdown. In worst case scenario, we go into overtime, but we are not about to lose this game in regulation. So when you come on the field in a situation like that, the only thing that can beat you is a touchdown. What is your thought process?
Yeah, man, I think the whole thing is just like, I don't want to be in a, to piggyback on what you were saying, man, we had the same situation going on last year. When we played them that Thursday night, same situation, we go up. They need a field goal, and at that moment, and then at the same thing, man, we don't want to give them a touchdown. We don't want to give them a touchdown. At worst, we can kick a field goal and go into overtime. We like our chances. But in that moment, man, all I just try to say is just, man, stay calm. You know what I'm saying? Stay calm. And somebody just got to make a play at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to give up no chunks. The typical stuff.
Nothing cheap, nothing deep.
No chunks. Nothing cheap, nothing deep. You know what I'm saying? Stay focused. Keep everything in front of you. Somebody make it get the ball in bounds, tackle them. Everybody got to rally, and everybody just got to be on the same page, man. I've been a part of a lot of situations where it happened in the other way around. So, you know what I'm saying? I hate that feeling of being a part of that stuff. So, I feel like we got a team that kind of understand that for the most part. So, we liked our chances and we was able to do that. They took a couple shots towards the end. and it landed in our
Yeah.
favor.
Hey, how's the state of the team right now? One thing you always want to do as a team, you want to start fast. Not only start fast, but
Yeah.
to get a divisional win against a division opponent
Mhm.
early off to get that out the way. How's the
Yeah.
team feeling? I know you guys probably had practice day with it being Wednesday. How's everybody
Yeah.
feeling?
Everybody good, man. I feel like everybody, we had an extra day today because we played
Okay,
Monday
okay,
night this week. So
okay,
you know
okay.
how that
Yeah.
be. Yeah, so we had a little extra day to
Little
get a
easy
little
day.
extra
Little
rest to
easy
get
day.
easy. Yeah, a little easy day. Boys know how to work in those easy
Uh-huh.
days for us. But it was love today, man. All we did was just kind of get a head start on
Hmm.
Houston. But man, to answer your question, it's big. It's big, the chatter about, who's gonna win the division, whatever, us or Atlanta has been a back and forth thing. But for us to get the upper hand for the first game of the year was real big. We know they're a tough opponent. They got weapons all across the field. But for us, the morale is real good. Everybody's healthy, everybody ready to go, everybody energetic, and they feel like we got a lot more wins
Yeah.
left in us.
Lavonte, let's talk about your quarterback because he's gotten
Hmm.
better and better and
Hmm.
better from the first year to the
Yeah,
second year. And here he is late in the ball game when the rubber needs to meet the road. And this is how we
yeah,
measure quarterbacks. How calm can you be under pressure? When the pressure goes
yeah.
up, can your blood pressure go down? And he's answered the
Right, right,
bell for
right.
you guys. What have you seen from the first moment that he
Yeah,
arrived at one Bucks place? I don't know what you call it. I just said that, but I don't
yeah,
know
yeah,
what you
yeah, yeah.
call it. But I'm saying from the very first time that he stepped foot in your building to what you
Hmm.
see this product now, what is the biggest difference
Yeah.
that you noticed in Baker Mayfield?
The first thing I noticed, man, when he first came in the building, he just was like coming into a locker room that, obviously was already established. We had some guys in the locker room before, and we was a winning
Mm-hmm.
team. So he was coming in basically saying like, man, from my point of view, saying like I got some big shoes to fill, so I'm gonna just come in and do my job and do what I'm supposed to do and let these guys accept me in. And that's exactly what we did, man. The first thing we did was just told him, man, all we need you to do is just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just be Baker Mayfield that we know and love. The one who just go out there and have fun like a kid, make plays when he make plays, and just do what you do. Everything else to take care of itself. And you see that, man. I love that for him, man. He go out there, he having fun with it. He just playing the game that he loves playing like a kid on the playground, man. That's what we want, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we got his back, and he knows that, and I think that's what gives him the confidence to go out there and make the plays that he makes. And like you said, man, he's been in game winning drives for us. Past 3 years, and then opening the season with one is real big, man. His confidence is out the roof, and he know he got guys that got his
Yeah.
back.
Let me follow with this one, Ocho.
Yeah,
You was on this Super Bowl team when Brady walked into the building. Brady is a
right,
very
right.
intense guy. You gonna get this
Yeah,
ish right in practice. It ain't no okay. We good. No, we not
yeah,
good. Run that ish again. Brady is the
yeah,
type of guy that's gonna keep his foot on your neck. What is the
yeah,
biggest difference between what you see from Tom and what you
yeah,
see from Baker?
yeah. Yeah, that's crazy that you say that because I seen that from Tom day in, day out. Like if it ain't done right, nah, we gonna get this right. You gonna get these 10 yards, you gonna run this out route the correct way. You know what I'm saying? And I even remember like a story, man. Vita used to use Vita in a goal line situation, and Vita had to run a
Little
little
flat
out
route,
route,
yeah.
and then he ain't get it right. So him and Tom was out there at the practicing on it, like he gonna throw on the ball. He was like, "Nah, we got to get this right." So it's like it's crazy that you say that, but difference between those guys, man. Tom is a hardcore guy, very passionate, about it. Wanting everything to be
Yes, he's a
perfect. But
perfectionist.
Baker just perfectionist, and Baker, he just talk you through it. Baker just cool, calm, and collected, just talk you through it. Like I want you to do it like this. I think this is where right here and stuff like that. So, that's kind of stuff that I see. And but I do love that both of them are very passionate about the
Hmm.
game, man. Baker, like his competitive nature comes out, in practice. You see it, the banter back and forth, in practice and stuff. And then Tom the same way. I remember when Tom first came in, he said, "Hey man, don't cut me no slack. Just because y'all see me as Tom Brady, man, y'all man treat me just like the guys in the locker room. You see me messing up, get
Yeah.
on me." And that's something that I respected about Tom because outside looking in, like man, this Tom
Yeah.
Brady ain't finna say nothing. Man, I'm gonna let him
And
do
I
what
ain't
he
gonna
do.
pick no passes
But
up. I ain't finna get cut. They ain't go crazy.
exactly, exactly. Exactly, but he like nah, man, nah. He basically said nah, man. We all trying to get better here. If you can make a play on the ball, make a play on the
I
ball.
think I love Baker, obviously from the outside watching in, and the quarterback is what he was able to do at Oklahoma. And this is a testament to why I think most time when it comes to quarterback, I think situational circumstance is very important.
Hmm.
He was in Cleveland,
Yeah.
things didn't work out. He went to Carolina, he went to the
Hmm.
Rams, thing didn't work out. But coming to
Yeah.
Tampa Bay at an organization
Hmm.
that coming off a Super Bowl win, having Tom Brady and having to fill in and having the weapons around you, Mike Evans,
Hmm.
Godwin. Now you got Ibuka,
Yeah.
Buck Irvin.
Yeah.
And I think things are really gelling for you guys. And you guys are on the
Hmm.
right path to probably actually having a chance,
Yeah.
not to only win the division, but maybe end up also on the long end, in the back end,
Yeah.
out there in San Francisco, especially if you
Right.
guys on the defensive side of the ball, what you need to do,
Hmm.
especially the showing you guys had week one. I think it'll be fine because
Yeah.
offense, I think, is going to take care of his business, especially that
Yeah.
addition. That goddamn Ibuka, man. He's
Mhm.
special, man.
Yeah,
Special.
yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. I always say, man, he remind me coming in as a rookie. He remind me of Chris Godwin when Chris
Yeah,
Godwin
yeah.
came in. Even though Chris was in a different
Right.
Mm-hmm.
situation, but like just the mental factor, the maturity, just him, just picking vets out, asking questions, and then just being far along than what usually more than what usually rookies you see from rookies. So I just seen Mecca coming in day one working, not putting his head down and working and grinding, man, and it's showing. It's been like that since day one, since rookie
Wow.
minicamp. I remember seeing clips of them in rookie minicamp, and just seeing him doing what he doing. I'm like, dang, like, and coaches calling me like, man, we got something with a Mecca, and I'm like, okay, I can't wait to see it. And soon I step foot out there for training camp, I'm like,
Yeah.
He for
yeah,
real.
this kid here, he for real. He gonna do
He
some
wanted
great
them
things for us.
ones.
Yeah, he one of them one. You know what we say down at the crib. He one
Yeah.
of them
Yeah.
ones. You know one of them ones. You know who they are.
Bonte,
Yeah.
you and Vita are
Hmm.
basically the two mainstays. Dean is still there, but you guys are the perennial Pro Bowls and All Pro players. What has it been like? Because now there once upon a time, you were the young buck.
Mhm.
Now you're the elder
Yeah.
statesman of that defense, and
Yeah,
it's
man.
you
Yeah.
got to see you and Vita Vea got to see on y'all chest. It's
Yeah.
y'all job.
Yeah.
Bo's gonna call, but it's
Yeah.
y'all job to make sure those
Yeah.
9 other guys are where they're supposed to
Hmm.
be. Hold them guys
Yeah.
accountable. Make sure nobody's trying to play hero ball. We are the sum of these parts. No one is greater.
Yeah.
How have you been able to
Yeah.
embrace you and Vita Vea been able to embrace
Yeah.
this role?
It's been, at the beginning it's been challenging. You're just trying to see how you can, interact with different
Mm-hmm.
people. You know what I'm saying? Different people take different, constructive criticism different ways. But, I feel like with Coach Bowles, man, Coach Bowles, man, he give you the freedom. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? He give you the freedom to handle how you handle it. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do to get the guys going. And then a lot of times, even in the game time situations, like I tell Vita, hey, you got the front end, I take care of the
Mm-hmm.
back end. You tell them what to do, and I got the back end right here. Y'all control that up front. If you see something, take control of it. If I see something in the back end, I'll take control of it. And Bowles give us that freedom. And that's one thing that I really love about it because, he put it on his players. And then
And then y'all got
I just
Antoine
remember the
Winfield
first,
Jr. in the back end. So
and we
y'all
got
got
and we
three
got
levels.
and
You
we got
got Pro Bowl
Winfield, yeah.
players at all 3
All
levels.
Yeah.
three levels. Yeah.
Exactly. And then Coach Bowles trusts all us to get everybody on the same page and get everything handled. It's been like in the game the other day, when they scored the first touchdown on third play, Bowles basically said, hey, y'all got it. Y'all take care of it, take it. You know that stuff like that don't
Yeah.
happen. So go ahead and take care of it. And we're like, yeah, we got you, coach. And so that's the stuff that, kind of brings confidence to us, knowing that, he called defense, but at the end of the day,
Y'all
this is our
responsible for
defense
it.
and we gonna run it.
I did call it.
Exactly.
It
Exactly.
ain't my fault y'all let a guy run 50 yards on the screen.
Thank you.
Exactly. Exactly. So when he do stuff like that, man, it give us all the confidence around. Like you said, man, Vita take care of the front end, I take care of the middle, and Antoine Tweeds take care of the back end. So we all got great rapport with
Yeah.
each
I,
other.
I I have one question. Obviously, I know the season already started. You guys are coming off a win, coming off
Yeah.
a W. You play Monday night, but I have one question. I want to go back to training camp real quick, and you give me a better
Uh-huh.
insight. Uh,
Yeah.
inside that building, is there anything that we could have done? I'm not part of the team. I'm just saying we, as just being a player in general, is there anything that we could have done better to make sure brother Desmond, who didn't get the opportunity to play in training camp, obviously he's not on the
Yeah.
field now, he's not a part of the team. Is there anything that you guys could have done a little better to get him in the shape? But I think he would have been a great addition defensively, especially on first
Yeah.
and second down, being able to stop
Yeah.
the run and just clogging that up. I'm just thinking about having him, Vita Vea, and you being able to roam freely, those two taking up the A and B gaps. Is there anything that could have been done? I'm curious.
Yeah. Me being a linebacker, I love to play behind big boys to take up all the blockers for me.
We'll start
but
the tush
it
push.
just is unfortunate.
We put Vita Vea and Big Wop and put Big
exactly.
Dad's up in there. Y'all ain't pushing nothing. Ain't no more tush. Ain't no more push.
Right. Yeah. That was the whole plan behind it too. I think you put him in there so we can start the tush push. But man, it's just an unfortunate situation, man. Everybody loved Dez, man, in the locker room, and a lot of guys was pushing him. Even Vita was pushing get on the right track. But it was just unfortunate, man. He wasn't able to meet the goal that he was supposed to meet. And then at the end of the day, I think it was more of a medical.
They were concerned. Yes, that's what I told Ocho.
A medical concern type thing. Yeah, a medical type thing that was going on. I don't know the full details, but everybody loved Dez, man. He was working his butt off to get there. I tell you that. I see him every day just grinding, trying to get out there. And he hopefully God gives him another chance to be able to take the opportunity. And I think he's gonna seize it once he do get the opportunity.
I hope they told him, say, look, we'll give you another chance next year, but we need you down. We need you down under 420, and we can work with you. You're still 450. That's a lot of people don't realize how. Think about it. Vita Vea is 350. Chat, y'all see how big Vita Vea is. He's 100 pounds heavier than Vita Vea. So let that sink in. He's 100 bigger than Vita Vea.
Right.
So and that's what I was telling Ocho. I said, Ocho, it's a medical issue now. Because the last thing you want to happen to somebody, because everybody say, y'all know that he was too big to be out there in that hot sun in Tampa. See,
I was about to say,
and then you got a lawsuit on your hands in Tampa, and the NFL don't want to deal with that. So I told look. We had him on the show, Ocho, and we interviewed him. He said, "Man, I'll do whatever it takes in order to make a roster to let my dream, live out my dream." But like you said, Vaughn, it just wasn't in the cards now. Not to say maybe a year from now he gets a whole year. Hey, I'm going down to the Duke clinic. I'm going down and say, man, what y'all got for me, man? I'm gonna go down. Hey, I got to get this up off me because I don't care if I don't play but one snap. I want my mom, my grandma, I want my family to see me in an NFL uniform in an NFL game one time. That might be all that's in the cards. Devontae, everybody ain't gonna have a 10, 15, 20-year career. Sometimes it might be a game, sometimes it might be 6 games, sometimes it might be a year. But my mom, my family is gonna see me with an NFL uniform in a real NFL game. And like Luther used to say, if it's only for one night, if it's only for one game.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, man. And he from around the way. He went to, I believe he went to Onwood. So he was from around the area. So I'm sure, he has to have friends and family come to the practice and stuff like that. So I just saw it in him too, man. Like he was real, like you could tell he was hurt.
Yes,
of
course.
Real hurt by it, you know what I'm saying? Because, back home, he playing for, probably the childhood team that he grew up rooting for. And just to be able to, be, in the NFL locker room, man, and just make your dream come true, man. I'm sure eventually it happened for him, man. But like you said, man, it just wasn't the right time for him now.
And that's the thing, because think about it. If somebody we were so poor, we grew up, we used to go to the fast food restaurant to watch other people eat. We couldn't buy nothing. We just, you know what I'm saying about that? We just watch other people eat. That's him. He's undrafted, but here he is. He got a uniform on and everything, but he can't practice. He can't participate. You remember when you used to go, hey, you ain't going outside. You ain't do what you're supposed to. And you watch the kids. You watching the kids through the window play. Or you on P, you get punishment at school, and you watching all the other kids play, and you just looking at them.
Just like that. Trying to make your parents feel bad for you.
Can I go out now, boy? Don't you ask me, can you go out there no more?
Exactly.
To get back on track, obviously week 2, Monday night against the Houston Texans. I'm not sure if you watched film or not, but if you have, what challenges do you see from CJ Stroud in that offense that you guys have to be worried about?
Oh man, CJ getting the ball out quick, man. He getting the ball out quick. He getting them to his playmakers. They're using Dalton Schultz a lot. Nico, obviously playmaker, man. Somebody who you got to watch out for. I remember a couple years ago, man, we played CJ his rookie, and he lit us up. You know what I'm saying? So we already know what he's capable of. And then they got Nick Chubb in the backfield. You know what I'm saying? A proven vet. A hard runner. could hurt you any way. You know what I'm saying? So for us, man, it's just all about discipline. When you playing guys like this, football teams like this, they run stuff to try to get you out of position to make you hurt yourself. So you just got to be able to stay disciplined and stay on track for 4 quarters. And you tell it like the defense, man, these type of games you want to play. You know what it's going to be. You just got to be able to stop it.
Vontae, you played against, look, you've been in the league damn near a decade now. Man, how long you been in the league? What is it, your 10th year?
Nah, this is 14 for me.
Whoa.
God damn,
Hold on.
14?
You moving like this in year 14?
Yeah, this is 14 for me. God been blessing me, man.
Bro, I thought it was 10. I was like, oh man, he moving like that. But it just goes to show you, and you played against a lot of different backs. Who's some of the toughest backs? Who's some of the off tight ends? Because really, you're known as a coverage linebacker, which aren't very many of those. Most guys, you either rush the passer or you stop the run. You're really known as a coverage linebacker. Yes, you're a sure tackler, but you're known as a coverage linebacker. Who's some of the better tight ends that you face? Obviously, you did an outstanding job dealing with Kelsey in the Super Bowl, but the running backs that you had to face.
Yeah. Running backs, man. I remember Marshawn was tough to go against. And then in my division, man, I had Darren Sproles my first couple of years. That was a headache. That was a headache. Oh man. And then, obviously coming along, I had go against Christian McCaffrey and AK Alvin Kamara.
Oh yeah.
Those two dudes are headaches, man. And when I first came in, the dream of mine was always to play against Reggie Bush, and I got a chance to play against him my second year when he was in Detroit. That was cool. Frankie G was a headache. Man, a lot of guys, like when you going against these dudes, you kind of like you give them their respect, and then when you play them, like, okay, I respect you, but it is what it is. We about to play, but like you like, oh, I understand. You understand why you respect these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, Vontae, you
Frank, man, one thing.
Hey, see, if I was a defensive player and I played against a running back, I'm gonna tackle him and throw his leg. Get your ass.
Like a lot of people used to always say about Frank, like he wasn't that big, but he ran behind. You know what I'm saying? Like that was something I had to kind of like get accustomed to and stuff like that. I had to get up on them a little bit, but Marshawn was a tough to go against. Marshawn was a guy who, like, when you hit him and you think you got a good hit on him and you talking trash to him, like, oh yeah, come on, like he get it more excited. And like dang, like I'm thinking I'm supposed to be, like break you down a little bit, but nah, he want more.
You played King Henry yet?
I played King Henry, man. King Henry is a different animal. You know what I'm saying? He's a dude who, like, you don't know what to expect, man. You don't know what to expect because, like, he's a big dude and you want him to kind of like drop it on you, but you prepare for that. But then he got these little swift little moves and stiff arms and stuff like that. He got good feet for a big guy. David Montgomery is somebody who I got a lot of respect for in Detroit, who's a big guy but got wonderful feet. Who else out there, man? Obviously, Jahmyr Gibbs. These young dudes, man, taking over the game.
See, I think the thing with Henry get people because nobody wants to square him up. So everybody wants to get to the side. And so now he mushing you in your face and on your head to the ground because I really ain't trying to look, bro, you got it. 6'3", 250. You go, okay.
And moving the way he's moving too is kind of like,
I'm not trying to get no concussion.
Hey, the best thing you could do with 22, man, you got to catch him going east and west because you catch him going north. You catch him going north.
Right.
Well, the problem that they done figured it out. He's really not an offset eye back. He's an old school eye back with a fullback. Or you put a tight end in that spot. You toss it to him and say, hey, you pick your hole. Whatever you want to do, you pick it. Now you let him, because he's not, like Jahmyr Gibbs, you can put him in the offset eye. You can put him in the offset and run the zone read with him. That's not what Derrick Henry is. Derrick Henry is an old school 70s, 80s eye back. You toss it to him, you hand it to him, and say, son, find your hole. We're going to get you out of here on this one, Lavonte. 14 years. How much longer do you want to play? And then when you go up in there and you see Leroy Selman, you see Derek Brooks, you see Warren Sapp, you see Warwick Dunn, you see some of the greats up in there, number that's in that stadium. And you think like, One day that's gonna be your boy. Your boy gonna be up in there.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Hey, it's incredible, man. Just because like this year is the 50th season of the
Yep, it's
organization, so we
1976.
honoring
Yep.
a lot of guys. Yeah, so we honoring a lot of guys that played through the organization, and then like when you break it down and they show all the people, you just be like dang, he like this guy, this guy, and like for me, I take it all in because I'm basically following these guys' footsteps. I know what these guys been through, and for see these guys come back and then like come through and show love like that, stuff like that is pretty cool, man. Especially DB. DB always
Yeah,
coming back.
Brooks
Rondé
Brooks is
coming
right
back.
there.
Yeah, yeah,
That's my guy,
yeah.
Derrick Brooks, man. He
Rondé,
a great guy.
yeah, yeah, man.
Y'all
Great
have very
dude,
similar
man.
games
But
too, Vontae.
yeah. I mean, shoot, when I first got here, that's the first person they say, "Hey, you gotta live up to 55 legacy." I'm like, but the thing I like about DB, man, the first time as soon as I got drafted and as soon as I got to Tampa, man, he hit me up, "Hey, let's go have
Yep.
lunch." You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting that, you know what I'm saying? So when we had our little lunch, he told me, "Man, I know a lot of people kind of like expecting you to do this and that, but man, I'm gonna tell you like this, man, just be yourself, bro. And be yourself and let everything else take care of itself. You know who you are as a football player, and once you be yourself, everything will take care of itself." And then he made me pay for dinner.
So let me ask you, 14. Are you
Yeah.
gonna play? Look, because there is no senior circuit for the NFL. Because once this thing
Right.
over, and you're never gonna be
Yeah.
able to find what you left in that locker room.
Yeah.
Those practices,
Right.
the locker room, the plane rides, the
Yeah.
bus ride.
Yeah.
How much longer? How much longer you got? How much longer do you want to play?
Man, yeah. To be honest with you, man, I thought I was done 2 years ago. When we played Detroit in the divisional game, that was a long season. And and I ain't never felt like that for a season in my whole entire career. I was hurting, body tired, exhausted. And then, out of nowhere, I got a extra boost of energy. So I ended up coming back for year 13. And then, this past year I was dealing with a little something, injury wise, and I tried to see how I felt. And then, so behold, good Lord bless me, started feeling good. And I was like, okay, I'll give it another try. So, right now, man, I'm just taking in the moment, bro. I'm taking in the moment, man. I love the game of football. I'm not just, I just don't play the game. Like, I actually genuinely love the game. I'm a fan of football. So, like, just to be around it, the relationship that I can build with it, I'm just trying to do that to the best of my ability. But, I'm gonna just see how this year go and go from there. You know what I'm saying? It's been the real, definitely enjoyable ride, man. But like my coach Foot always say, man, hey, your retirement life longer than your football life. So
Better
you
believe.
get all you can.
Yeah.
Hey, Lavonte, that contract extension. All of a sudden, I don't hurt as much. You know what I'm saying? Ocho, you get that, you get that contract
You
extension.
feel better.
Right.
You feel much better.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
feel much better.
Start really good.
Absolutely. Matter
That
of fact, since we talk about longevity, if you got 14 in at this point, if you're feeling good right now,
Get 15.
hold on. I can extend your career another 5. I can get you to 20. I can get you to 20. I have a nutritional program I can put you on.
Oh Lord, have
you
mercy.
go with that
No,
McDonald's.
listen. Week to week, I could extend your career another 5 years. Make sure there's no injuries, and you get 20 in. Just give me the credit. $20 a week. That ain't nothing, And I got you. Just let me know.
Ocho, I ain't 21, 22 no more, man. That stuff stinks.
No.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
not
you.
gonna stick. It's not gonna stick. I got a healthy balance, a healthy medium of 2 different things.
You don't.
I do. Listen to me. I do it in 3 cycles. The
All
beginning of the season, the middle of the season,
Yeah.
and then the back end of the season. And man, before you know it, you look up, you'll be in year 21.
He do
Yeah.
it 3 cycles: breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Hey, y'all
Them
play
the 3 cycles right there.
Monday in Tampa?
In
Damn,
Houston.
man.
Damn,
I'm
y'all
glad-
start the season both games on the road, huh?
Yeah, both on the road, man. 2 tough opponents.
When the
Yeah.
next home game?
The week after that, we played the Jets. Week 3.
Man, let your boy get a ticket. I'll drive 3 hours from Miami.
Yeah.
I just need one ticket.
you know, I got
Appreciate
you.
that, twin. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Man,
I got you.
Lavonte, thanks for stopping by and giving us a few moments of your time. Continue success.
Yes, sir.
Best of luck. Stay healthy. And guys, when you guys go where you think you're going to go, stop back by and tell us how you did it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys, man. God bless you.
Appreciate you, man.
Stay
Thank you.
blessed. Sir.
Lavonte David, the outstanding all-pro linebacker from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Damn, time flying. I had no idea my man been in the league that long.
I ain't know a 14, boy.
Hell nah. Hell, I thought it was what you call it. I thought it was a decade.
You know how long 14 is, Unc? As a linebacker?
Yeah.
As a linebacker? Shh.
I mean, you know what, guys, you know what, Ocho, I think the thing is because guys are not hitting like they did. Ray played 17. Sayal played 20. Clay Matthews played like 18, 19. Yeah, but I think now, Ocho, because guys are not hitting in practice like we used to do.
Right. Outside of the games.
Right. And they're taking care of the guys in training camp. Right. He probably, I'm saying the training camp now, the old guys used to have the afternoons off. So, you played, you scrimmage practice in the morning, and then you took the afternoon off. You got your little cardio in and things like that. So guys are doing a better job of preserving themselves. Right. And now they got cryo, they got laser therapy, they got PT, they got Ocho.
Matter of fact, I'm glad you just said that. Unc, when's the last time you've been inside the Broncos facility?
Oh, it's been a minute.
I went inside the Bengals facility when I was there Thursday night for the practice.
Yeah.
They got everything.
Yeah.
They got when it comes to recovery and taking care of your body, they got everything now. So I can see why some of the players can be able to play as long as they have and continue their career. If Sayal got 20, and I think Derrick Brooks played long.
I don't think Brooksy played as long as Ray. Ray got 17.
He got 17. Lavonte could definitely get 20, man. He can definitely get 20. If he in 14,
I don't know about 20. I'm thinking 15. I said let me get out of this season. Let me get out of 14, Ocho, and then I'll recalibrate to 15 because that's 17 games and he hitting people.
Yeah.
So he's sore after every game. His shoulders, his back, his knees. Man, but it was good to have him on. His unbelievable career. Glad he was able to stop by and talk about some of the things. And but like you and I talked about, Ocho, with Big Dez, it's a medical issue. It is. It is what it is. You're gonna err on the side of caution.
Yeah. Listen. The first thing I thought about too, Unc, when I saw him continue working on the sideline, just walking and not actually practicing, the first thing that came to mind was Corey Stringer. The first thing that came to mind was Corey Stringer and them not wanting to be liable for anything that happens to him if he's on the field. But then in his case, I think about, well, hell, he just did his time in Florida at that weight, at that size, and still played and contributed. So, but I kind of understand where the NFL and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers didn't want to be liable if anything happened to him at the weight he was.
Yeah. Because they figure NFL got deeper pockets than colleges. So they gonna put that tax on you.
Yes, sir.
Ocho, former #1 overall draft pick Jadeveon Clowney visited the Cowboys today. With the Cowboys trading Michael Parsons to the Packers, Jerry Jones is entertaining the 2014 #1 overall draft pick Jadeveon Clowney as a possible edge rush to help the defense. Brian Schottenheimer, who coached Clowney with the Seahawks, this is something we've been monitoring every position. Again, I feel great about our defensive line, but anytime you have a chance to potentially add good football players, why wouldn't you kick the tires? Ocho, would Jadeveon Clowney help?
Absolutely he will. Listen, Jadeveon Clowney is going to get after your quarterback. Jadeveon Clowney is good against the run. He's a disruptor. He can add some help. He's not Michael Parsons. He's not that, but he can add an addition on that offensive line, coming in similar to maybe not all 3 downs, but coming in on 3rd downs. And rotate that defensive line and keep everybody fresh. That's I'm not sure why they didn't sign him yet. I'm not sure what they're waiting on. He should be able before week 4 happens, he should be on that field.
Yeah, I just, me personally, watching him, obviously went to the University of South Carolina where my brother went, so obviously I had a little vested interest because I still root for the Gamecocks, even though I didn't play there. My brother played there. I just don't think that Jadeveon Clowney ever lived up to what we thought he was going to be. If you go back and look at his sophomore year, Ocho.
Yeah. That Michigan game.
Man, what he was doing, he was really ripping people's necks off and pooping down their throat.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, what is this? We had never seen somebody like that.
Yeah.
I mean, he was violent. And that's what when I'm looking at a defensive player, Ocho, especially a defensive lineman or linebacker, I want violence.
Yes.
I want somebody that's going to strike and be and not be ashamed of like, My job this is my job is to punish you.
Yes, sir.
And I just when I look at him, I was like, bro, the guy. I mean, look how big he was. Look at the 40 time that he ran. Look at his first step. Look at his short shuttle. I mean, he could do it all. I mean, tremendous first step. You know who I thought he was gonna be like?
Who?
I say this is the second coming of Javon Curse.
Ooh,
That's who I thought he was gonna be like.
That's a good one. Listen, there's not very many that have been like the freak. But again, what we saw from him in college, we expected to see it in NFL. He was good, but he wasn't great.
Nope.
I'm not sure what his injury history looks like, but I do know some of the times he showed flashes of brilliance.
Yes.
He's a great disruptor, and I know he can get after the quarterback. He has a great motor, great energy, and I think he'd be a great addition to the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not sure. Once he came in, there shouldn't have been no watching practice. Hell, he should have been in practice.
Yes.
He should have been in practice. So I'm excited for him. It's a great addition for the Cowboys and that defense. And they need it because the first game we saw them play, they got no pressure.
No.
They got no goddamn pressure.
They didn't.
At all.
And the thing about it, Ocho, who was he playing beside? J.J. Watt.
J.J. Watt, yeah.
J.J. Watt is the defensive player of the year. So that means I'm getting one-on-one. I wish you would. I wish you would slide that protection to 99 and leave me one-on-one.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if how Aaron Donald was when he was already Aaron Donald, and then you put Von Miller and you put Leonard Floyd outside of him. You remember what he looked like?
Yeah.
That's what Jadeveon Clowney was supposed to be.
Right.
When you got a hellraiser on one side, you best believe I'm kicking ass and taking
names.
Your ass. Kick this ass too. Left guard. Kick his ass. Center. Back out of bounds. Yes. Yeah. That's the mentality. Bro, I wish I would double rod. I dare you. I double dog dare you.
Yeah. To
double somebody else other than me.
Right.
And think I'm not gonna.
And matter of fact, honestly, you got to take something like that personal. You have to take something like that personal, saying, "Oh, you're gonna slide protection the opposite way because you think there's a dog on the other side."
Yes.
You leaving me one-on-one.
You disrespected me. You disrespected me. You said, "Oh, we ain't got to worry about him." Okay.
Basically.
I tell you what, by third quarter, now JJ about to eat because y'all got to bring this left tackle. Y'all got to bring some help because I'm gonna tear his ass up. And look, we don't know. Obviously, he's still not that. He's not the explosive player he wants. Nobody is. I mean, this will be his 12th year in the league. He came in 2014. So we're looking at a guy that'll be 12 years deep, obviously. But yeah, he had moments. But I expected him to be a perennial Pro Bowl player, a perennial All-Pro. He had Defensive Player of the Year potential. That's what I was expecting of him. Right. He's the number one overall draft pick. Number one overall draft pick as a defensive line. Oh, yeah. You got to Myles Garrett. Yeah. That's the number one overall draft pick as a defensive lineman.
Right.
Bruce Smith. That's the number one draft pick as a defensive lineman. That's what I'm expecting. I don't think I'm expecting too much, and I know everybody can't be. I think Brucey was a two-time Defensive Player of the Year. Myles has already won one. But when you're the number one overall player, those are the expectations that people have for you. And like I said, he had a good career. But I think he left some stuff on the table, Ocho.
Yes, sir.
I do. Cowboys All-Pro cornerback DaRon Bland suffered a foot injury during practice on Monday that could result in him missing a couple of weeks. Bland recently signed 4-year extension, $92 million. According to Clarence Hill, Bland is out at least 2 weeks. He missed time last season with a left foot fracture. Trayvon Diggs is not ready for a full load. He played 27 snaps against the Eagles. Ocho, it is time for them to call Gilly, Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah, I think you should. Listen, the Colts call Xavier Howard. You bring in a veteran presence, a very savvy veteran at that, like Stephon Gilmore. He's ready. I had the wide receiver workshop during the offseason. Gilmore came out there to watch some of the receivers, and we talked for a little bit. He's saying he was keeping himself in shape. If the right situation presented itself, he would welcome a comeback. So
Yeah.
I think that's something that they should do. Again, I'm not sure why Jerry's not on the phone, knowing that Bland is going to be out 2 weeks. And I think they probably have some type of belief in whoever Bland's backup may be, where they haven't called a veteran presence to come in. So I think they're thinking like, okay, well, listen, 2 weeks, we can roll with someone else that we already have here that is the backup and see if we can do things to kind of protect him. If he's the fish, if that person that is the backup is the weak link, we can hide that for a little bit. We can
Yeah.
hide that for 2 weeks until Bland gets back.
Well, I think the thing is, if you're going to hide him, that means your defensive line need to get pressure. That's the best way to hide his ass, Ocho. The quarterback don't have time to sit his back foot and throw the ball, or somebody hit him in the back of his head.
Right.
That's what you're looking for. That's what you're trying to accomplish if you're trying to hide the thing. Because I didn't think they had great. I think they got guys. If I'm not mistaken, I think DaRon Bland was a wide receiver, and they switched him to DB in college.
That would be him and Trayvon Diggs.
Trayvon Diggs went to Alabama as a wide receiver, and Coach Saban says, I think, but you got to think, look at all the receivers that was over there. Yeah, son, I think you'd be better on the other side of the ball. On the other side of the ball, right. And he's parlayed that into one of the better defensive backs. Great clue skills. He's a gambler. Got a lot of T-Buck, a lot of tendencies. T-Buck used to always say they got more slants and stop routes than they got 9 routes. Yes, so I would take my chances. And he would. But I agree with you. I think you have to look at Gilly. I don't know how much Gilly has left in the tank. Clearly, he's not the defensive player of the year, Stephon Gilmore. Nobody expects that.
Right.
But is he better than the guy that you could potentially call up or you could potentially slide in that slot? Yes. That's the question that Jerry and the coaching staff and the higher ups, the brass, those are the decisions that they would need to make.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Despite beating the Jets, it wasn't a particularly good day for the Pittsburgh offensive line, especially left tackle Broderick Jones, who was responsible for 3 of the 4 sacks on Rodgers. Well, Aaron defended Jones today and actually blamed himself for some of the sacks he took, citing back tightness that kept him from being more elusive. I don't think I was moving that well, so I think I kind of ran into at least 1 or 2 of those sacks. So I got to do a better job of using my legs. You know, I might be old, but I still feel like I move around pretty good. I wasn't moving the way I usually move. I thought the protection was good for the most of the game. There are a couple of fundamental things to clean up. I just got to get the ball out. That's the thing, Aaron. Yeah. You heard what he said, Ocho? Yeah. He said he would think he couldn't. That's it. That's what happens when you get old. Yeah. You think in your mind you could do all these things,
but you can't. But you absolutely can't. And then obviously the offensive line has to help him a little bit. They have to help him a little bit. And Aaron has to have that clock. That clock has to go off in your head. If you don't have the skill set with the lower extremity being able to move the way you used to, you got to be able to process that information a little bit faster and get the ball out. You got to.
You do. And I think the thing is that he does have a quick release, and sometimes he dodges sacks because he can get the – but that's the thing. He doesn't have the legs. He's 41. He doesn't have the legs that he once had, and that's what made him so unique. That's why, people look at him as one of the greatest throwers of the football because of the arm platform, but his ability to throw the ball on the move. Yeah. There have been very few guys in NFL history that's been able to throw the ball on the move as well as Aaron Rodgers, or throw the ball from the pocket as well as Aaron Rodgers. The arm slots, the angles, and he had good legs. He wasn't Lamar Jackson, but he didn't need to be. Right. But that arm, he has superior arm talent. Yeah. And with his mind, man, it was to just watch him. Like I said, I went to the Super Bowl that they beat Pittsburgh. Ocho, and I was standing on the sideline and I'm watching this guy warm up. I said, that's the greatest thrower of the football I've ever seen. And I saw Joe throw the ball. I saw Joe Montana throw the football. I saw Dan Marino throw the football. I saw Elway throw the football. I saw Warren Moon throw the football. I said, that guy, what I just saw. In my 14 years of playing in the NFL, and all my years of covering the NFL, I've never seen anybody throw the football like that young man.
He got the ultimate stamp of all time. When Tom Brady comes out and says Aaron Rodgers is the greatest thrower of the football that he's ever seen or ever witnessed or watched play, then it is exactly what it is. It is. No matter how you feel about him, no matter how you feel about him, no matter how he looks now, he's still the greatest thrower of the football. And then when you get flashes of the brilliance that we're used to seeing, and he brings that to the Steelers, he gives you a great chance to win. And what they've done defensively
Mm-hmm.
What they, but they done bought in Jabril Peppers. They done bought in Jabril Peppers. You got Darius Lee. You got Jalen Ramsey. I mean, you got Patrick. Man, they gonna be all right. You got TJ Watt. You got Cam. Come on now.
Some things you have to see for yourself because TV doesn't do it justice.
No.
Like they say, watching hockey is better if you watch it in person than you watch it on television. Football is better if you watch it in person than you watch it on television.
Yes.
Some things you have to actually see for yourself,
right,
in order to get an appreciation. And me being a student of the game, me being around the game,
right,
and to see him throw the football. I saw it the same when I saw Barry run. I'm like, I've never seen nobody run like this. When you see Jerry run routes and then catch the football and the effortlessness that Jerry ran with and the precision in which he got in and out of breaks.
right.
You're like, damn. That's what you think when you see Aaron throw the football.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I saw him throw the football, I'm like, I'm talking about just the flick of the wrist and the ball is just, I'm talking about, ain't no wobble. I mean, everything is just tight. I'm just like, up and over.
Yeah, and the funny thing about it is too, as great of a thrower of the football Aaron is, the way he throws the ball and his mechanics are.
Don't teach that. No.
It doesn't go hand in hand.
No, hell no.
It doesn't go hand in hand.
His feet's all over the place.
Yeah, he's all over the place. He does everything because his arm talent and arm strength.
He's so gifted, man, throwing the football. Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. You can't teach that. You can't teach that.
Xavier Worthy left the Chiefs' Week 1 game due to a dislocated shoulder and an injury in the Chiefs' third offensive player in Brazil. He was running a crossing pattern over the middle, and he and Travis Kelce ran directly into each other. Kelce took the blame for what happened on New Heights. I'm supposed to be running my route at depth for Worthy, so it's frustrating. I was trying to set up the guy to be able to get into position, and it just happened pretty quick. I just got to be better. Man, I'm 13 years in the league. There's no excuse for me running into my own guy like that.
Yeah.
Ocho,
yeah.
What do we say?
Yeah, we said the same thing. Hey, listen, he was supposed to be at 7-9, and Worthy was supposed to be coming underneath that. But you got to remember, the pressure, the collision. Mm-hmm. When you write X's and O's, you got to remember there's somebody else.
Well, them X's and O's don't move. You just put them on the paper. They stay right where you put them.
So he was a little short because the person in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
The collision, it forced him to run as Xavier Worthy. So if anything, you got to go a little higher. Mm-hmm. You got to fight through that contact. You have to, and that's where the collision happens. So it's unfortunate. It's something that he can fix. But again, it's all about being self-aware.
He can fix it now, but he ain't fixing Xavier's shoulder for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's messed up.
And that's the thing. But I knew what it was. I said, bro, do you understand how many shallow crosses that I've run? How many pick shallow crosses? Because sometimes we run the shallow cross on our own. Yeah. And a real shallow cross is 4 to 6.
Yes.
You're 4 yards, but you're gaining because you want to give the quarterback the angle. So you start 2, 3, you get to 4, no deeper than 6. Yeah. Catch it. He would, whatever it is. If it's a man, he put it out in front of you. He turns you up. If it's a zone, you don't look at him. You just stop on a dime, that tackle gap. Mm-hmm. And turn however you put it on. You put it between the 8 and the 4. He said, "Get up in your shadow, Shannon. There's some danger on left or the right of you."
Yeah. See, it's easy when it's zone, huh? The problem.
For sure.
The problem is when it's man, and you got trying to collision you, and you trying to get the adept, and you got to fight through that. You got to fight through that.
But see, and my thing is, Ocho, look, Kelsey's bigger than I was, but you couldn't stop me from getting where I wanted to be. No, you can't.
Right.
Because I'm gonna push through you, and then. Because the whole while, as I know, I got to pick. Mm-hmm. So but see, mainly Ocho, I wasn't the picker. Somebody else was picking for me.
For me, yeah.
Somebody was picking for me. Right. But when I did, on the rare occasion that I did have to pick, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna push up, and guess what? I'm gonna run your ass. I'm gonna run you into your own guy. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I had to get skinny. I mean, literally, you running like this. Hey, you got to turn like this here to get past the guy.
Get through there, yeah.
Yeah, you got to get skinny. But it's very unfortunate, and I know to watch it, and you like, man, of all the things could happen. I got 1,000 catches. I got like the most playoff touchdowns. I'm a few yards short of Jerry as far as yards in the playoffs.
Right.
And I ran into my own guy. I put my own guy out. That's what Trav is thinking. That's what Neff is thinking. He's like, I put my own damn guy out. We already thin. We already the first 6 weeks, Ocho, we without Rashee Rice.
Yep.
Now we without our second best receiver. Hey, man, what y'all gonna do, man? Y'all ain't gonna do nothing. Blow that thing up. Let us get Tyreek back.
Ooh, that's not fair. That's not fair. I think it's too soon for that, though. If
No, it ain't. Y'all ain't going nowhere.
Hey, listen, if things don't continue to get better, Uncle, it's only week 1 now. It's only
The
week
price
1.
is dropped, Ocho. If you get to the trade deadline and y'all out of contention, everybody know you trying to unload Tyreek.
Yeah. Hold on. The trade. When is the trade deadline? It's only week 1 now. Come on now. When is week?
Ocho,
When the trade deadline?
if you have to wait till you in a bind, it's too late. People, you make bad decisions when you're in a bind.
Right.
Make decisions before you have to.
But that's not the way they're thinking. Management's not thinking like that. We just starting the season. They're not thinking like that already. Now you are thinking like that logically because we're sitting here, we're not playing, but we want to at least have a chance to win. Who gives us our best chance to win? Number 10?
No, what gives us the best chance to win in 26, 27, and beyond?
Okay.
Because you and I both know Tyreek Hill's making $36 million next year. You know damn well, you know that, I know that. He ain't getting that from Miami.
Hold on. If that's the case, if we think about 26, 27 and beyond, then you would let him go when it was the issue with what he said last year in the offseason. You would let him go this offseason.
I think they thought about it, Ocho. They damn sure thought about it. They thought about it.
Okay.
Maybe the price was a little bit too high. The price came down now. Price coming down. So you know how it's coming down, Ocho?
Yeah.
The NFL say they're going to investigate. He's going through a divorce, and there were some things put in the lawsuit that's come out that the NFL don't look favorable upon. And I hate that for Tyreek. We've kind of had he took what I said.
Right.
I said that he's not Steve Smith and I was having a conversation. And he was basically saying that Tyreek is a body catcher. He doesn't pluck the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I can understand that. And he took that I said, but he's phenomenal.
Right.
Michael Irvin's in the Hall of Fame. Nobody looks at Mike and says, Mike Mike did this. Mm-hmm. It's okay.
Right.
But I've always given credit to Tyreek because when he came into the league, Ocho, he was mainly a gadget guy. Mm-hmm. He was a returner. They put him in on, jet sweeps and things like that. And then all of a sudden he taught himself how to run routes. He could run the route tree, and with that speed, he turned himself into a player that's going to get a gold jacket one day. Mm-hmm. That's what Tyreek Hill has been able to do. I've never had a problem giving guys credit when it's due. Right. But I've also never had a problem critiquing guys when I think there needs critiquing and saying, that's not good enough, that was bad, that was good, that was unacceptable. Yeah. I've never had a problem with that. But the thing is, Ocho, the trade deadline is November 5th. Okay, we got time. Why would I give you what you want? Y'all 2-7 at the trade deadline, and you think I'm gonna give you what you want? I know you got to get up off it. I know you do.
Right. Yeah.
Well, keep him then.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure Mr. Gray and Mike McDaniel's ready to throw the towel in already.
They are. That's why they traded Jalen Ramsey. That's why they let Christian Wilkins roll. That's why they let Calais Campbell go.
Hold on. That's based on age. That's based on age. That's based on the amount that they had to pay Jalen Ramsey. That they get that money off the books. Now you get that money off the books, right? And what are you telling your players?
How much older is Jalen Ramsey than Minkah Fitzpatrick?
So Minkah Fitzpatrick just came into a rebuilding situation. They're transitioning, getting rid of all their older players.
Okay. Huh?
I said they're transitioning, getting rid of all the older players, rebuilding all over again. I mean,
that's why you let Tyreek go. You rebuild it.
They should have let him go in the offseason.
Yes, but I think the thing is maybe the asking price was too high.
The asking price for Tyreek Hill?
Yep. I still want Ocho. The best time to buy a sports car is when? In the winter. You buy it in the summer or the spring and see what they tax your ass. As a matter of fact, I'm going to New York. I'm going where it's 20 below.
Yeah.
Let me get that Ferrari.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
Because I know I'm gonna be able to get a discount on the sports car in the winter.
yeah,
If I wait till the spring or the summer, Ocho.
listen to me. Let me tell you something. Speaking of sports cars, you let
Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey go, right?
Yes.
You got that discount you wanted, but that discount, that sports car, is still prime. It's still stepping. It's still playing exactly how it's supposed to play, and it's in a better situation. You think Tyreek could be upset about leaving? Absolutely not.
Well, I think I ideally, Ocho. I mean, look, I'm in a state with no state tax.
Yeah.
And the weather is great year round.
Mm-hmm.
So all things being equal, Ocho, it's like when the fox threw the rabbit in the briar patch.
Right.
He's like, whoo, I was born and raised right here.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. He's like, Ocho, no state taxes,
right,
and the weather year round.
Nice.
What more could you ask for?
You're right.
I mean, there's a reason why your black bald head ass still down there.
Yeah. Listen, Miami is all I know. I'm born and raised, but obviously, you know what the first thing Tyreek could say mentally in his mind, what's the worst thing, the best thing I could ask for is a quarterback.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's what he would say, a quarterback.
But so you want him to have everything. So you want the man to have nice weather. You want to have no state income tax, he get to play with Aaron Rodgers or Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen.
Well, listen, from the reports I've been seeing about going to the Steelers, he would be nice. From the reports I'm seeing him about going back to Kansas City, then we would just see Tyreek of old.
Yes.
You're taking a player that's in a bad situation where they can't give him the ball and putting him in a situation with quarterbacks where he can get the ball.
So you want to put Jerry Rice? You want to put Jerry Rice with Marino in Miami? At least put him in San Francisco so they go get some rain sometime. He got to play in inclement weather. Damn. You want to put him in the ideal situation. That's like Barry. So you want to put Barry Sanders. You want to put Barry Sanders with a Hall of Fame quarterback in the Cowboys offensive line.
Right.
So you want him to be Emmitt Smith. Because that's look what they gave Emmett. They gave him a Hall of Fame quarterback, a Hall of Fame wide receiver, offensive line out the yin yang, and he got 18,000 yards rushing.
Yeah. Well, hell, he was with the Dolphins. He had back-to-back 1,700-yard seasons, so we knew he can get it done there.
But guess what? See, the thing is that he was not going to have that in Kansas City because you got Kelsey. But what he was going to be able to do, slip something on his finger he's gonna get proposed. He's gonna get proposed to every year.
Absolutely. And the funny thing about it is, wherever he does go, he increases the chances of getting another ring.
Yeah,
he increases the chances of walking down the aisle again.
Yeah, I think the thing is, Ocho, I think you're not gonna. First of all, ain't nobody gonna give you what you gave up to get him.
No,
he's 3 years older, and there's a lot other things going on now. Now, what is it reasonable that because Ocho, he got $36 million, he's going to be $51 million against the cap next year for a wide receiver. So all things being equal, you're probably going to have to extend him to lower that cap number.
Yeah.
So now I got to factor that in. Now, if I trade for him, how much of that salary are you going to pay? How much of the salary am I going to pay? Those are all things that's going to be factored in. Because I know next year, 26, he's not going to, ain't no wide receiver going to count no $51 million against the cap.
I understand what you're saying. But again, whoever has to account for what, whoever has to pay what, they're willing to pay because you understand the type of player you're getting. You understand?
Are we sure we're going to get that type of player?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Come on now.
I'm just saying, Ocho, I got to factor in. I got to factor in last year. Do I not? Do I not factor in
if we're factoring last year, let's factor in everything on why it looked the way it did. Come on.
Even if you factor that in, the one thing that you cannot do is what? Quit.
Oh, okay.
No matter how bad it get outside, Ocho, no matter how bad it's storming.
Right.
At the end of the day, Ocho, if you the mailman, you can't say, well, I ain't delivering the mail because it's raining.
Right.
Put on your galoshes. Put on your raincoat.
Yeah.
And you got to deliver the mail.
You're right.
Ocho, we all done been through it, Ocho. We all done been in a situation. We get our eyes beat out. I was like, whew, man, I'm glad. Hey, one still up.
Yeah.
Still up. Man, we down 30.
Yeah. Hello, I was in that all my career. What you mean? Outside of one season, all my career.
Yeah. It's tough, man. It's tough. Ben Johnson shouldn't expect a warm homecoming, Ocho, when he returns to Ford Field for week 2. And Ross St. Brown said, week 2 is going to be so crazy. I promise you, it's going to be so electric. But as soon as Ben walks in there, we're booing him. I don't give a F. We're all booing him.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
Of course.
Listen, that's the way it is, huh? That's the way it is. Obviously, Ben Johnson now being, the head coach over there with the Bears, having great success, calling the plays for the Detroit Lions. Of course, fans are going to feel some way. Players are going to feel some type of way. They're happy for him, but you're no longer a part of us. You're no longer a part of us. So it comes with the territory. The boos are going to reign. The boos are going to reign. And when football is played, they're going to have to do what they need to do when that whistle blows.
The Ravens decided to punt the ball on 4th and 3 Ocho at their own 38-yard line with 1:33 left, despite the Bills having scored 3 touchdowns on the previous 4 possessions. It was second guessed because of the outcome and because the Ravens have a quarterback. Ravens John Harbaugh said he thought about going for it. Well, Lamar said today that cramps in both of his calves made the decision to punt the ball for the Ravens. I was actually cramping that drive before. The turnover happened, but I went to the sideline. If anybody paid attention to me, I was drinking pickle juice on the sideline. Already, I was like, I need to get hydrated. Like, I'm cramping. I'm starting to feel cramps. Then went back out there, and obviously 4th and 3 happened. But if it wasn't for cramping, we definitely would have went for it. We definitely would have went for it, I believe. The cramps also explain why he didn't run any of the final 3 offensive plays while they were on the field. Derrick Henry, 1-yard gain. Zay Flowers was stopped for no gain. That was a bad block by Mark Andrews. You got to do better than that, Mark. You're a better blocker than that. I'm not saying you're going to be Mark Bavaro or Kittle, but you got to do a better job than that. And then Lamar, 6-yard pass to DeAndre Hopkins on 3rd and 9. Lamar might need to get IVs before the game because he's had this problem before. Remember Cleveland? Yeah. When he had to go in there, they went to the ambulance and he ended up coming out and put the cape on and he won. So that might be something that he might have to take an IV before the game, Ocho, or at least at the half to make sure.
That was me. That was me, Unc. From September to the month of October, I got my IVs at halftime because I had to deal with those cramps. Most of the time they would come in the second quarter.
Yep.
So I religiously, September through October, I would always have to get cramps, and I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait until it got cold because I knew once it got cold, no matter how much Pedialyte I drank, no matter how much water or Gatorade I drank, I always cramped up towards the end of the second quarter. So religiously, I had to go in there and get an IV at halftime. I know my trainers. I know they hated me for that. I would always leave the game maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes if we didn't have the ball in the second quarter when the halftime was coming up, and start my IV early. So when the third quarter happens, I was already finished.
I think the thing is, Ocho, is that I was the opposite. I cramped during the cold months, not during the summer, because I was going to drink. When I'm hot, I'm going to drink. When I'm cold, I ain't trying to drink nothing.
Okay.
And that's when I would my calves, and I would start locking up in my side, my back. Because I didn't want to drink anything when it was cold. Right. I was fine during the hot months.
Yeah.
Even because I knew I had to drink, Ocho. Because like I said, at practice, I would lose 10, 12 pounds in training camp practices.
Yeah. I was the complete opposite. I cramped nowhere. I cramped nowhere else except my calves. Nowhere else except my calf. I hate it. I don't understand because I hydrated before the game. During the game, I don't drink because I'm too busy talking trash to every goddamn body. During the game, I don't drink. And I would always have to get that IV.
And I think, and it's after games. I did lock up a lot after game, man. You be in the bed in the middle of the night. You stand at Ocho.
Hey, you move the wrong way. You catch that Charlie horse.
What's wrong with you?
I remember them. Hey, I remember them days, boy.
Crying, man.
I remember them
whole body lock up.
Oh, remember them days.
Ocho, the Browns are 11.5-point underdogs against the Ravens, and a couple of key players aren't happy about that. Denzel Ward said, it's definitely disrespect, but we just have to go in there and take care of business regardless of the people may think of who they've got winning or losing the game. We have to go in there and try to beat the odds. They put us against the odds. We've got to go in there and try to beat it. said Jeudy. That's disrespectful. But at the end of the day, if they think Baltimore can beat us like that, we're going to have to prove another thing. We've got to do our job to the best and win the game. The Vegas, damn, 11 and a half?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Because that's a division opponent also, Ocho.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a close game, similar to that as the Bengals and the Browns, and the personnel. The Browns have the personnel to deal with Derrick Henry. The Browns have the personnel to deal with Derrick Henry and stack 9 in the goddamn box. They're going to play bumper on the outside, and the one player I see that the Browns have to deal with, they got to deal with Zay Flowers, who's probably going to have the one-on-one matchup, because they're not letting Derrick Henry run the ball. That's not happening. Somebody else is going to beat us. It ain't going to be 22, and it ain't going to be 8 legs. It's going to have to be Zay. He's going to have to get juicy. And I guarantee you, when they do play, chat, mark my words, if the Ravens are going to have success, it's not going to be the run game. It's going to be Lamar Jackson being able to get the one-on-one matchup with Zay Flowers and him winning on those same routes. The overs, the short overs, the deep overs. I guarantee you watch. I'm telling you how it's going to play out.
Yeah, I look. I guess because now Ocho is the media, but I never knew how much we were or were not favored by. I mean, the only time that like at the Super Bowl, we were 11.5-point dogs to the Green Bay Packers, but that's because the NFC had won like 13, 14 straight Super Bowls,
right?
And it hadn't been close. The last close Super Bowl was 90. Prior to that, there was never a close Super Bowl. You go back and look at the 80s, from when the Bears, look at what the Bears did to the Patriots. Look at what the Giants did to the Broncos. Look at what Washington did to the Broncos. Now, you did get a close game in 88 with the 49ers and your Bengals.
Right.
That was a 2016 game.
Yeah,
and then you got that. But go back and look at 89, 55-10. You got another close game, 2019. But after that, NFC just walked it. But the NFC was winning every single year. Yeah. My point was, And the Packers had just won the previous year, and they were bringing back the MVP. He and Barry Sanders had tied for the MVP. So I get it. But we know they wasn't better than us. No. They hadn't seen nobody run the ball like we could. The 49ers have been bitten by the injury bug earlier this year. George Kittle placed on injury reserve this week with a hamstring injury. Now Brock Purdy could potentially miss multiple games. Kyle Shanahan told reporters today that Purdy is a long shot to play week 2 versus the New Orleans Saints due to a toe and a left shoulder injury. Damn. Backup Mac Jones is in line to start for the San Francisco this week and potentially for multiple weeks. Ocho, Mac Jones, you think he can handle it for the 49ers? Yep.
I mean, listen, he handled his first year. He handled his first year with the Patriots. Obviously, he showed flashes of brilliance where they thought he was the answer. Obviously, things didn't pan out. They went and got Drake May. I think he can fare okay depending on how long Purdy has to stay out. Shanahan's going to have to play to his strengths. That's pretty much it. And everyone else around him, I think Juwan Jennings is hurt too, huh? Yeah. Hey, boy, that's tough. Ayuk is hurt. I mean, that's tough. They're gonna have to lean on. They're gonna have to lean on C-Mac. They're gonna have to lean on C-Mac when they got to throw the ball. Hoping Mac Jones. He showed flashes of not brilliance of being that he can be consistent and get the ball to the receivers. He gonna have to play a good game.
He's perfect for this offense.
Yeah,
he's perfect for this offense. He don't have he Brock Purdy. Doesn't have a big-time arm. He throws with great anticipation. They're going to try to run the football. And guess what? They're going to play action off of that, throw the deep overs. They're going to throw the down flat. They're going to throw the sail route.
Right.
If you go back and study Kyle Shanahan, he maximizes whatever the quarterback can do good.
Right. He maximizes.
He makes sure they do. He maximized that. Right. Go back and look at his quarterback. Look at what he was able to do. He got an MVP out of Matt Ryan. He called a play for Matt Ryan. Yeah. Go back and look when he look at what he did with RG3. He called RG3 was Rookie of the Year. And when RG3 got hurt, Cousins, just go back and study. He got to the Super Bowl with Jimmy G.
Yeah.
Stop it.
He
got to the Pro Bowl. He got to the Super Bowl with Jimmy G, and he took Mr. Irrelevant. Then Mr. Irrelevant got to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but also remember, regardless of who the quarterback is at those times, when Jimmy G got to Super Bowl or when Brock Purdy got there. Remember what he had around him. The
Yeah.
help. Remember what he had around him. So now, right now, you don't have all those weapons.
True.
You have C-Mac. You got Ricky Purcell, who has showed an emergence of I'm capable of being a number one receiver. Maximize and play to the strengths of Mac Jones, and whatever you can hide, mask it the best way you can.
So we'll see. Obviously, knowing the guy that's not going to be there for an extended period of time, that makes we ain't got to try to well he might play. They know he's not playing for at least a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Mac Jones, this is why you go out and sign Mac Jones. Excuse me, for this very reason.
Yeah.
This is why you sign him. Jaguars head coach Liam Cohen said Travis Hunter's numbers, defensive snaps, will likely uptick after he played just 6 snaps at cornerback. Going into week 1, it was okay. We know that not going to be a ton on defense. The goal is to increase and continue to increase his defensive snaps. It just so happens that we're playing Cincinnati with 2 good wideouts this week.
This ain't the week. This ain't the week I would have wanted.
This the week. So this the week you gonna uptick his defensive snap and still start him on offense.
This is the funny thing about it though, Unc. Matter of fact, I don't think he'll see. Well, matter of fact, you know what? They move Chase and T around so much, especially Chase being in the slot.
Nah,
they both had what, less than 30, less than 40 yards last.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen this week though.
Hey, Unc, they finna air that. Excuse me, I almost cursed. They finna air that ball out, man.
Mm-hmm.
They finna air that ball out. Now, if on third downs where Travis Hunter comes to the game, he might have to be matched up against Chase. If T comes in the slot, he might have to be matched up against T. So you got to be wary. You got to be careful. Now it's different. It's a different ball game. Having to play both sides of the ball now is a true test to how good your skill set really is, because it ain't about how good you are. It's about this up here.
Ocho, but
It's about this up here.
People missing the point. People say, well, he can play both, but can he play both well? It's not about playing both.
Right.
There have been plenty of guys that could have played both sides of the ball,
Yeah.
but can you play at an elite level? That's what we're asking.
That's hard.
That's what see, people miss. Well, Shannon, you said he can't do it, but he was going to need to play at an elite level on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
That's the question, not whether he can do it. Hell, you and I could have. We'd have got toasted on the defensive side, Ocho, but we could have done it.
Yeah.
But the question is, can he play at that level on both sides of the ball? That's the question.
Let's think about that for a minute too. He's not playing on the outside, so there's not that much pressure on him. But coming in on packages on third down and having to deal with Chase, having to deal with T, having to deal with Jermaine Burton or Yoshi, depending on who's in that slot on those third downs, and then having to turn right around when you guys get the ball and then being efficient at the receiver position.
But see, that's why I thought he would be a DB. And then it's easier to have packages on the offensive side, Ocho.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought would be. I said, okay, he's going to start at the DB, and then they'll have packages for him, third down, red zone, things of that nature.
Yeah.
But it seemingly they went the other way.
Yeah.
Start him on offense and then have packages for him on defense.
Right.
But we'll see how it plays out. Look.
Yeah. I'm excited. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see, honestly. I can't wait to see. I think it's going to be a great matchup. I think whatever situations that do occur, especially on third, I know it's going to be on third downs when he comes in those games and he has to deal with Chase or has to deal with T. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Ben Simmons' agent dropped him after Simmons showed little to no interest in talks with the Knicks. Simmons' agent, Bernie Lee, recently dropped him as a client, according to Stein. A source said that decision occurred after the point guard sent signals that he wasn't interested in whatever came from his agent's conversation with the Knicks. NBA insider Mark Stein initially reported the Knicks tabled a one-year offer to Simmons, but the 29-year-old timing to get more than the veteran's minimum. Because of this cap situation, that's as high as New York can go.
Well, he obviously doesn't want to go to New York. He
obviously don't want to play in the NBA.
Well, that too. But obviously,
because how many teams? Let me ask you a question. They said he's talking to the Knicks. I ain't seen nothing about no Pacers. I ain't seen nothing about no Celtics. Right. I ain't seen nothing about no other team. And what does he think he's going to get? So what has he put on tape in the last 3-4 years that would warrant him getting something more than vet minimum?
Right. I mean, you're right. You're right about that. You're right about that. I've just come to learn about his situation and his inability or need to actually shoot the ball, being scared and nervous to shoot the ball. I'm not sure what's wrong. His lack of confidence on the court is probably why he's in the situation he's in right now.
Yes. He ain't got any better.
Yeah.
Go look at Austin Reeves from his rookie year to now.
Ooh, he nice. He nice.
Go look at Jalen Williams from his rookie year to now. Guys, go look at Ben Simmons and you tell me from his rookie year, well, he didn't play his rookie year, but his second year when he won offensive rookie, when he was NBA Rookie of the Year.
Yes.
Go show me where he's gotten better.
I just don't understand why he's so nervous, huh? Why you so nervous? Just let that bit let it go. Let it
because Ocho.
Hey, from the free
Air ball. You in the NBA and can't shoot. I can do your job.
Right. And that's the one thing you got to be able to do, huh? You got to be able to shoot. Especially in the game now. The game
can shoot.
You have
He's
to
afraid to shoot. Do you go watch him in the runs?
Yeah.
Shooting threes,
Yeah.
pulling up.
He letting it rip. They always show him practicing. You know, everybody practices at that same facility in New York.
In the Summit, yep.
Man, he be cutting up in that Summit, boy. But I'm not sure why. If you can cut up in the Summit, that should be able to transition to you being able to play in front of 20,000.
No, because ain't nobody in there but you and the guys. Ain't no hecklers in there. You shoot an air ball, don't nobody say nothing.
Yeah. Damn.
Not being able to shoot is one thing. Being afraid to shoot is something entirely different. He's afraid to shoot.
Yeah.
He's afraid to mess up. And then he lost his confidence when his coach said, I don't know if we can win a championship with him. And then the leader of the team says, yeah, is that when we had a dunk and we ended up getting 1 point.
You passed it back out. Yeah. Wait. That was when he was in Philly too.
Correct.
Yeah. I remember.
And I said he was done in Philly. I said he was done. Go back and check the tapes. I said he'll never been the same. No, he was never the same after that. Even though you could factor in the back injuries, his confidence. There have been guys that had back surgeries.
Right.
Like, I don't know where he think he's only one. That's all you're getting, Ben. I understand he's 29 years of age, Ocho. I get that. But who's going to offer Ben Simmons a multi-year deal? I'm not even sure that anybody's looking at a mid-level exception. They're looking at the vet minimum. I don't know what the vet minimum is. What's the vet minimum? $2.3. He probably made Ocho. He's probably made 150, 180 million.
Right.
The question is, do you want to play? Because you're not in a position of power to demand a multi-year extension, a multi-year contract, or anything more than that.
Well, I mean, the question about him wanting to play, obviously, when he had a contract, when he had those big contracts, when he was making big money, he wasn't playing. It ain't about does he want to play. When you had the opportunity to play, you weren't doing that.
He's made over $200 million.
Shit. Damn.
He don't want to play. He don't want to play.
Yeah, tweet 29. He can't fold it yet. He can't fold yet.
No, but
Yeah,
I don't see.
I don't know.
I mean, maybe so. What? So what do you think? What's the mid-level exception? Mid-level exception, 6.5, 7?
Hey, I have no idea. To me, it's about being around the right people that can help build your confidence back.
Ocho.
I ain't talking about.
He was in Philly. He was in Brooklyn. He's been at the Clippers. Where else he's been? The mid-level is 14? Oh, he's not getting that.
No.
Hell no.
Somebody else gonna come calling outside of.
Ain't nobody giving him 14 million, Ocho.
Hey, he's young. He's young. Huh? 29 is young.
Ocho, it doesn't matter. He's young and done what? So in the last 5 years, what has he put on tape that says, you know what? Yeah, you getting 14 million. We got that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But again, I mean, he's a presence defensively. He's good defensively. He won't offer anything on the offensive side of the ball.
Oh, Ocho, let me ask you this. When they offered him that 2.3, did you think they knew he was 29? When everybody else that gave him that 1 year deal, did you think they knew he was 28? Did you think they know he was 27?
Yes, sir.
And all they gave him was 1 year deals.
Yeah.
What you and I are talking about right now, they factor that in. 1 year. You know why, Ocho?
Mm-hmm.
Because it doesn't look like anybody wants to be tied to him for more than a year.
Any longer than that. Yeah. Yeah. That sucks. That sucks.
And people say, all he got to do is shoot. Okay. All I got to do is win the lottery.
That's the hard part.
When have you seen him shoot it? It's kind of hard to draft a guy. He got drafted #1 overall. You're talking about a guy that's 6'10", can handle the ball, but he's afraid to shoot. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it, Ocho. That's like a receiver getting drafted, but he's afraid to catch the ball. How you play receiver? You afraid to catch the ball? How can you, if you're afraid, you're the first pick in the draft? Okay, you want to be Ben Wallace, outstanding defensive player, 4-time defensive player of the year, block shots, rebound. Okay, ain't nobody expecting Ben to shoot the ball. Dennis Rodman. Come on, Ben. You the point guard. You can't play that position. You could be a big. You could be a center. You could be a power forward. Maybe not in today's game. But Ocho, how you gonna be a point guard and you won't shoot the ball?
Yeah.
That's odd. All right, guys. We know y'all been waiting to say, no, you have not missed the Bud interview. Now it's time for you to show you guys the interview that Ocho and I had with Bud Crawford earlier today. Let's take a listen to this sound, guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we told you we had a very, very special guest joining us tonight. In the 4-belt era, he's the first male boxer to be undisputed in 2 weight classes. Here he is taking on the ultimate test. He says he wants to do it. He's going to do it. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Terence Bud Crawford. Bud, what it do?
What's up with it?
Man, I'm good, man. But look, we're 7 days away from this fight. You seem so calm. You seem so relaxed. When I did the earlier interview on Club Shay Shay, you was like, I'm ready. I've been preparing for this. Everybody seems concerned because you moving up 2-3 different weight classes. But you seem calm. What are you thinking now as the crescendo is about to happen?
Only thing I'm thinking about is history, making history. That's it.
But how has camp been so far? How has your approach been in camp this time as opposed to other fights? Have you had a different approach in the way you went about training for this fight?
Not at all. Like I said before, camp is camp. We go in there and put in the hard work, no matter who we fighting. Canelo's no different. We train hard, we fight hard, and the work is done in the gym.
The novice, like, oh man, Bud. But I've saw a lot of people that do this professionally, do what you do, box professionally, and they'll say, I don't know if Bud understands the difference in punching power from a 168 versus a 147 versus a 154 versus a 135. That seems to be the concern of people that do what you do for a living, Bud. Are you concerned about that? Because when I talked to you, you said he need to be concerned about my power.
Fact. One thing is evident is that you're going to get hit in a boxing match.
Okay.
So,
always.
Everything could be, all the questions will be answered come Saturday. They don't got to speculate and guess and hope. Oh, man, he can't take the punch. How you know I can't take the punch? Canelo ain't never hit me and I said I can't take the punch or, so I just laugh at people that's, praying and hoping that it goes the way they want it to go. Saturday, everything will be shown.
You look good, Bud. I mean, you had the internet and the buzz. They say, man, damn, Bud look good. And here we are, and we're still a couple of days away from the fight, and he's looking like this. So obviously he's put the time in the gym. He's put the time in the weight room. The one thing that's never been questioned about you, Bud, is that you took your craft serious. You put the time in. No one has ever said Bud Crawford stepped into the ring and he was unprepared. So we know you are prepared. But what Because, and I asked, I said, well, damn, Bud, I mean, to step up in this weight class, what do you normally walk around at? You're like, I'm good. He's like, this is really good for me because I ain't got to cut that much. I ain't got to cut that much weight now.
Right. No, I'm good. You know, like I always said, everything happened for a reason, and that reason being that I'm here now, and you know, it's already written. So I'm just ready to go out there and make history and see my legacy come Saturday.
Yeah. Listen, if there was one boxer who can make history, going up weight classes, going down weight classes, regardless of what it may be, you have a chance to cement yourself in the history books when it comes to some of the greatest boxers of all time. If there was one boxer that can do it, it's you, based on your mentality, your upbringing, your surroundings that have built you for moments like this. Boxing is about moments. Boxing is about making history and making fights people want to see. The only question I have going to this fight, I'm excited. I have you to win. What challenges you think you might face fighting the Canelo?
It's gonna be a lot of challenges. You know, he's a good fighter all around. You know, he's a good pressure fighter. He's a good counter puncher. He's a good boxer. He has great defense. You know, it's gonna be a lot of challenges, but that's what makes for a great fight. You know, you gotta solve the puzzle. So, you know, just like he gotta solve my puzzle, I gotta solve his. You know, we're gonna go in there and we're gonna give our all, and the best man gonna win.
Have you thought about it? Have you thought about it, Bud? When you look at guys that have moved up, you look at Sugar Ray goes from 35 to 40, 47, 50, goes all the way to 60 to fight Marvin Hagler. You look at Floyd and what he's been able to do. You see Pacquiao. But when I think about a fighter, I'm looking at Roy Jones. Roy Jones started out as a junior middleweight, 154, goes all the way up to heavyweight. I'm looking at you where you started. Bro, you 35, 30, 40 pounds from where you originally started at. Have you let that sink in, the gap and what this would mean for Bud Crawford legacy? I'm going to be in attendance. I'm going to be able to tell my grandkid, your papa, Uncle Joe and I are going to be there. Your papa was there when Bud Crawford shocked the world, when he did what no one thought he could do other than himself and those in his circle. Have you allowed yourself to think about what this moment actually means in boxing history?
I haven't thought about that yet because the job is not done yet.
Okay.
You know, so of course, you know, a lot of people kind of remind that, you know, this is history, like go out there and do your thing, but you know, you don't want to get too
far ahead of yourself.
Yeah, like it ain't, I ain't did nothing yet, you know. So after you know the fight, that's when, you know, all the emotions and everything come out.
Reality sets in.
You know, my question is, how soon after your last fight did you start thinking about the Canelo, or was Canelo always on the horizon? You fought Sean Porter, you fought Errol, and then you fought this last fight. So how far did you start thinking about, man, I want to fight Canelo?
Well, really, I wanted to fight Canelo when I was at 147 before I fought Madrimov. I wanted to go up 3 divisions to fight Canelo, you know, because that never been done before. I want to do things that never been done before, you know, so I can be the first, like I was the first to become a 2-time undisputed.
In the 4-belt era, first male boxer to do that.
Like that's legacy right there. When they talk about, you know, being undisputed and undisputed champions, they're gonna cement my name as number 1. Was the first fighter,
the first to do it.
Yeah,
and that's gonna set the bar high for the fighters coming after me to try to, you know, do better, which they probably will, you know, in history. But given time,
but you giving them something to shoot for, Bud.
Yeah, for sure.
Just like the other boxers I mentioned, Sugar Ray and Roy Jones Jr., some of these other fighters gave you something, gave you a target. And that's good, because like you said, some fighter in 15 years, 20 years, 30 years from now said, I saw what Bud Crawford did. And I said, you know what? I want to challenge myself like Bud. Bud went and did it, had no fear, and said, hey, Whatever happens, gonna happen. But I need to know. I don't want to have sit back and regret. Say, man, I should have got that fight. I should have did that, and be afraid. Somebody's gonna say they did something because they saw Bud Crawford do it in 2025.
For sure.
Yeah, there's something that the fans always ask for, including myself, being a huge boxing enthusiast. We always talk about making boxing great again, getting fighters to fight each other. I think you're going to start something, taking on the challenge, daring to be great, wanting to create a legacy and make history in itself. I think a moment like this, when you do step in the ring with Canelo, it will get some of the other best fighters to actually fight each other instead of, moseying around and picking and choosing when to fight, scared. Just the challenges that you're taking on is dope. It's really dope to see. But after some of this magnitude, but a fight like this, where you talk about legacy, you talk about history. I'm not trying to put the carriage before the horse, but what's next after something like this, of this magnitude, this damn big?
Hey, listen, man, we take one fight at a time. One fight at a time.
Well, you meant to put the horse before the carrot, because the carrot does go before the horse because the horse is chasing the carrot. But we got what you. but we get what you. Bud, we understand what he mean, bud.
My bad.
But I know you're very close to Floyd. Did Floyd give you any pointers about how to go in there? Because Floyd fought Canelo. I think Canelo was 23. Floyd was 36. So you're a little slightly older than what Floyd was. Canelo's a little slightly older than when he fought. But has he given you any pointers of how to go about your business? Or do you even take pointers? Do you watch film on fights? Or because Floyd said he didn't watch film. He took what his trainer was going to say and he implemented that in the ring. Do you watch film, and has Floyd give you any pointers?
Well, of course, I watch a little film, not too much, because, I always said that the fighter that I'm fighting now is not gonna fight me the same way because my style is different.
Gotcha.
Watch a little video to see the things that they like to do. Once I see that, then I know what to work on. I know what to watch out for. As far as Floyd, no, I haven't talked to Floyd about Canelo or the fight.
When you say you watch a little video, are you looking for a pattern? Are you looking at the way he's trying to set things up? Are you looking at the way he circled? You looking the way? So what exactly are you looking for?
Just a little bit of everything. I like to look at it to see what the tendencies is, and things that they do, things that they don't like. Just certain patterns for sure. So then when I'm in the ring, I recognize it when I see it.
And you know what's coming.
Are you?
You have all of us have. I have a routine before I play football games. There was some that there was a pattern. There was I'm not really superstitious. Is there a certain routine that you do before every fight? And are you superstitious in any way?
Superstitious or anything? Like I said, all this is already written. You know what I mean? Yeah. This is already in God plan. So there's nothing he can do, I can do, that can write history. It's already done. You know what I mean? So we just gotta see how it goes.
So go ahead, Ocho. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say I know how it's gonna go. And when you raise your hand, I'm finna jump on the ring like Lil Mama did when Jay was on stage. I'm telling you right now, I'm jumping in the ring. They just had to take me to jail.
For sure. Yes, I'm gonna make sure they don't take you to jail though. Don't worry.
That's love.
So Bud, now, okay, here we are, a couple of days away. Now, for the most part, the hay's in the barn. There ain't no more sparring. I don't know. You might have one more day of road work, whatever the case may be. You now all of a sudden you trying to make sure you come in at that 168. So over the next 3 to 4 days, what is a Bud Crawford day? Are you watching movies? Are you catching up the last? Your trainer's in your ear says, okay, remember this. This is what we worked on. So what's the last 3 to 4 days? What is that going to be like for Bud Crawford?
A lot of media, a lot of interviews. Got the press conference. You got the weigh-ins. You got the shakeouts. You got the making weight. Then you got the fight. So
yeah.
You don't just be sitting in a room just chilling, all day. You still got things to do.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing that you don't sit alone in your thoughts? That you like you said, you're doing interviews and you got this media tour that you got to go on, and you mentioned you got the press conference. But for the most part, I would think family, friends, and loved ones leave you alone, and so you can focus on what you need to get focused on. So is that what happens? I mean, you've already given everybody, okay, look here, I cut the phone off at such and such a time. Don't call me. Hey, somebody else is going to handle what they need to do. Mama, you got the kids. Mama, you handle everything. Manager, you handle everything over here. Now it's time to prepare my mind and really just lock in.
Yeah, it gets like that, but at the same time, me as a protector, I'll still be, worried and thinking about them.
Yeah.
Like that. Especially when they all come to Vegas and, they all partying or going out and things like that. Knowing me, I'm like, what they doing? Where they at?
Right.
Oh, they here. All right, make sure they good, So the worrying about them ain't gonna never stop, but everything else is definitely cool to be, in your thoughts at times. Like I like to sit by myself and visualize the fight, how it's gonna happen and what I'm gonna do if this happen, what I'm gonna do if that happen, and just be in your own space at times.
Do you believe? A lot of people say, well, I don't believe Bud can win a decision. Bud is probably going to have to stop Canelo because Canelo is the champion at the 168, and it's probably the likelihood of him getting a victory by decision in Vegas at this weight probably not going to happen. I mean, what's your mindset? By any means necessary. If it has to go to the card, it goes to the card. If there's a point in the fight where I feel I can sit down on some punches and get him up out of there, that's what I'm going to do.
My thing is, I don't worry about what people say.
Okay.
Many people is worried about what other people are saying. Oh, he's too small, or he can't take the punch, or he not gonna get a decision, or he's this, he's that. I don't worry about none of that. My job is to go out there and fight. That's what I'm gonna do. Come Saturday, right. I'm gonna go out there and fight, and I'm gonna fight my ass off, and you know what I mean. And then whatever happens, happen. But I know one thing for sure: I'm not leaving without all them belts.
Damn. So, hey, you gonna be like a department store. You gonna have about 7, 8, 9, 10 belts when you walk up out of there.
Listen, I'm gonna be walking out with all of them.
I mean, has your power, your footwork, your speed, has everything carried up despite the weight gain? Everything flows with you, right?
You know what I mean? Like I said, just because you gain a little weight doesn't mean that you slower. People get faster when they get bigger, more explosive, right. Punch a little harder, things like that. So I'm not worried about foot speed or hand speed or anything like that. That's fine.
But you also didn't have to go through that big weight cut to come all the way down to possibly 47. Because, and I was telling people, I said, man, they said, man, you was in the ring wrestling with Bud. I said, that little mofo strong now. Hey, you saw, hey, I said, you saw how he had me huffing and puffing. So don't let the size fool you. I know you say, man, he only won. I said, nah, he wasn't 147 that day.
He said he was 147 that day.
Yeah, I don't know what he weighed, but it wasn't 47.
Yeah.
But do you feel comfortable? Do you feel like because sometimes you gain a little weight, Bud, you're like, damn, I don't feel comfortable. You feel comfortable carrying this weight around?
I feel great. I'm just ready. I'm just ready to go out there and do my thing.
All right. Well, Bud, look.
Wait, hold on.
Go ahead. This is the last one we got to wrap, Ocho. Yeah.
Last one? Listen, I just want to make sure, do me a favor. I know this is not really pertaining to the fight. I just want to make sure Andre Ward is in attendance because we got some unfinished business.
He on the commentary. Leave him alone, man. Okay. I told you he gonna whoop your butt, man.
Hey, just make sure you're there. Just make
he gonna stop you.
Nah, but that's what I do, boy. We cut from the Bud.
Hey, cut from the you remember you was talking stuff to that big dude? I forgot his name, the football player.
James, Debo.
James, hey, I'm a dummy.
Hey, Debo was gonna grab your little ass up.
Hey, Bud, make sure you in attendance. Bud, make sure you there for that.
Hey, Debo
But
was gonna grab you like Shannon grabbed me.
Nah, whose side you
I
on,
ain't on
bud?
nobody's side. I'm just saying, Debo was gonna grab you like Shannon grabbed me.
Hey, nah, man. Listen, I got this. Just make sure you there when I whoop him. Just when I whoop him, just make sure you there. And then Andre
All right.
next.
Okay. Bud, I
All right.
appreciate your time, man. Congratulations. Best of luck on the fight on Saturday night. We will be in attendance. And hey, I want to be able to say, you know what? I was in attendance when Bud Crawford shocked the world.
Maybe.
Good luck, and
Yes, sir.
we'll talk to you after the fight.
Appreciate it.
Bud Crawford.
Yeah.
It's always great having Bud. I mean, anytime around, I mean, I did the first interview a couple of months ago, and he's just like you've been knowing him. I mean, he makes you feel like you've been knowing him your entire life. It was great to have him. Wish him the best of luck. He seemed at peace. He seemed at ease. He was very, very calm, Ocho. You know, tomorrow, the show, we got 2 shows tomorrow. We're going between 12 and 2, which will be 3 and 5 East Coast time. So we're going to be on at 3 to 5, and then we're going to be on again after the Packers-Commanders game. Actually, my brother gets his Hall of Fame ring at halftime of the game. So we got 2 shows tomorrow. The first show is 12 to 2 West Coast time, which is 3 to 5 East Coast time. And then we'll come on again after the game. Immediately after the game, we'll follow it up. So we're excited. We got some big stars. I think we're going to get Canelo. I think we're going to have Dana White. I think we're going to have Bud Crawford. We're going to have a lot of guys stopping by, passing through, and we're going to get those guys, bring those guys to you guys. So tune in tomorrow between 3 and 5 to get to talk more about this fight. All right, Ocho, it's time for our final segment of the evening. It's time for Q&A.
Yeah. Hey, make sure y'all tune in tomorrow now. We got some fights to talk about. Hey, Unc, you know it's very important, right?
What that?
I talked to Turkey. I talked to Turkish Ali. You know, I talked to him too about the fight with Andre Ward. He said it's something that he's interested in doing. So everybody in the chat, I think y'all can look forward to not only me beating Debo's ass, but in the future, me getting in the ring with Andre Ward and lumping his ass up too.
Yep. I look forward to that. We look forward to that.
Thank you.
Ghost Hendricks says Ravens defense on Madden is boosted. They not it, Ocho. You might have to take them down or not. Everybody be wanting you.
Listen, it's only one. It's only 1 week. Now we'll make the proper adjustments if they continue to play bad. But after 1 week of football, we can't lower ratings and we can't increase ratings. Like let's settle down a little bit. As time goes on, we'll make the proper adjustments based on the team's play.
Money Making G said, "What's up, Unc and Ocho? Unc, I had to go through your Glenville last night. I need them to change the brother sign to Hall of Fame great Sterling and Shannon Sharpe. I wonder will they change it? They'll absolutely change it. Home of Sterling, Pro Football Hall of Famer Sterling and Shannon Sharpe. Yes, they're going to change it. Rashad Maybon, is Mike Evans a top 10 receiver all time? Ooh. Okay, Jerry, Randy, T.O., Larry Fitzgerald, Marvin Harrison, that's 5. Chris Carter. See, I think, Ocho, I think the thing is like people just looking at stats.
Yeah.
If you just look at the stats, you're going to probably say, yeah. Because it's the same thing. If you look at stats, you probably say Frank Gore is a top 5 running back. Mm-hmm. I don't think anybody looked at their career and say Frank Gore is a top 5 running back. That's just me personally. We named our 5. Who else, Ocho?
They base everything off of numbers, huh? Because that's all they have to go off. Now, when you play the game, you understand some of the players and their skill set and what they did for the game outside of just numbers alone. Numbers only tell half the story.
What about you put him in front of Megatron? Would you put him in front of AB? Would you put him in front of Julio? Now we're at 8. We're at 8.
You know how many?
I didn't say Michael Irvin. I didn't say Sterling Sharpe. I didn't say Torrey Holt. I didn't say Isaac Bruce.
It's so many. It's
so the question is, what would you put him in front of Jerry? Would you put him in front of T.O.? Would you put him in front of Randy? Would you put him in front of Larry Fitzgerald? Would you put him in front of Megatron, AB, Julio, Chris Carter? I'm just y'all asking us because y'all want to hear us when you already know the answer. Y'all just want to hear us say it, so you can say, go back and say, Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe said Mike Evans is not a top 10 receiver. Y'all already know the answer.
Yeah.
We said that, but I'm saying Dante Hunter, 12 1,000-yard season. Who are the names that I named are you putting him in front of? Are you putting him in front of Jerry? Are you putting him in front of T.O.? Are you putting him in front of Randy? Are you putting him in front of Larry Fitzgerald? Are you putting him in front of Megatron? A.B., Julio.
Andre Johnson.
Andre Johnson. I'm just asking, are you putting him, Marvin Harrison? Are you putting him in front of those guys? It's really, if you say yes, well, then he's a top 10 receiver. If you say no, he's not. De Niro Harris, be honest, coming from the Hall of Fame like yourself, do you think there's a running back better than Barry Sanders? Not that I saw with my eyes. Now, I mean, some people say I like Jim Brown. I didn't see Walter play. I watched him on television. I didn't see Walter play. You know, he obviously retired before I got there. Not my eyes. No. The Woods said, Ocho, my birthday is September 26th. It would make my day if I can get an autograph signed jersey from you.
Okay. Wait, you gonna provide the jersey, or you want me to provide the jersey? Because if I provide the jersey, I got you. You know, just send me a little DM on Instagrams, and I make sure my people get that out to you, twin.
You know, they can get everything out except my money, but okay.
Huh? Hey,
hey. Jadeveon Clowney said, Saints fan here. What's your opinion, Unc and Ocho? Can the Saints be have a successful season this year? Ocho, what you thinking?
I mean, that all comes down to defense, being able to play defense, and Spencer Rattler doing what Spencer Rattler needs to do. That's what all comes down. It all comes down. Your wins are going to come down to your quarterback play. How consistent can he be week in and week out? That's all it comes down to.
Yeah, quarterback play.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he threw a great ball that could have been, possibly touchdown, kick PAT, and you go into overtime, but the guy didn't hold on to it. So it's going to be interesting to see. Jacob Motor said, Unc and Ocho, y'all are granted the first 2 international NFL teams. Where is your team located, and what's the team name? And are you paying X amount for Prime to coach the team? Where your team going to be located, Ocho?
My team?
Yeah, international.
Oh, we going to be in Italy. What you mean? Yeah, my team going to be in Italy.
Then they'll play the game in Italy. I got to think, okay, we've played games in Japan. We've played game in London. We've played games in Barcelona. We've played games in Australia, Mexico. I think I'll put mine in Mexico.
That's a good one.
The Conquistadors. That's gonna be the that's gonna be the name of my team. Kipper Norwood Jr. Ocho, my question is, who do you have winning the MVP early season pick?
MVP early season pick right now, it'd probably go to Josh. And it's early season, and based on what we saw from Josh Allen in week 1, and obviously we've had an opportunity to see all quarterbacks, all other skill position players. Josh Allen sticks out like a Thor thumb so far. He sticks out like a sore thumb. So can he keep it going? Probably can be. Lamar Jackson will have something to say about that. I think Joe Burrow will have something to say about that. Patrick Mahomes is also one you don't want to leave out the conversation when it comes to MVP, despite how they looked week 1. So we'll see. We got a long season to go, boy. We got a long season to go.
Quentin Mobley, Ben Simmons pulled a Deshaun Watson. Quick finesse. Bag on head, Ocho versus Debo. Give me Ocho all day, every day. You don't
Thank
mess
you.
with Liberty City.
Thank you.
You call Ocho Waffle House because he was open 24/7.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Somebody that has common sense and understands my background in combat sports. Understanding regardless of the guy's size, the cloth that I'm cut from, it's up with whoever, and it's stuck.
Ness Coney said, "We're in your corner, bud. Go make history." Yes, we are. Cedric Jr., quick question. Since Monday is the last game for football week, can we do a segment every Monday night before Q&A? The segment will be choosing 5 players for MVP race. The first 3 is someone you consider an MVP candidate, and the last 2 are honorable mention. Okay, we'll look into that. Chat, that's what y'all want to do. Y'all want us to pick the MVP candidates week to week and then see how close we are at the end of the season. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. We really appreciate you guys joining us. Y'all know who I am. I'm your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe, my partner and co-host. He's Liberty City's own Maddings ratings adjuster, bingo, Ring of Fame honoree, the Pro Bowler, the All-Pro. He's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button and go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining us tonight, as you have so many nights before. Thank you for your loyalty and your continued loyalty. Make sure you check out Shea by Laportier. If you can't find it in a city or a state near you, order it online. We'll ship it directly to your door. It's the best tasting premium VSOP cognac on the market. If you've tried it, you know this. If you haven't, I promise you, you will not be disappointed. To honor my brother induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, he and I becoming the first 2 brothers selected and inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, we created a special commemorative edition of Shea by Laportier. Just head over to LaportierCognac.com to grab yours while supplies last. Please go follow my media company page on all of its platforms. That's Shay Media, and my clothing company 84, with 84 being spelled out. We've launched a new show under the Shay Media umbrella, Debo and Joe. We're James Harrison and Joe Hayden. Please go subscribe to their YouTube page, Debo and Joe, every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern. That's Debo and Joe. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow after the Packers Commanders. I'm Unc. He's Ocho. We out. Oh. Yeah.